Welcome to our Lung Cancer Foundation of America 5th Annual World Lung Cancer Day Social Media Takeover. We are so glad you're joining us today.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking to patient advocates from all across the country about living with lung cancer and the importance of getting screened for lung cancer.
And we're also going to be joined by some of the leading doctors and researchers in the field of lung cancer so they can share the absolute latest in medical advances.
It's so much to share today, and we're going to get started with Executive Director of the Lung Cancer Foundation of America, Jim Baranski. Jim?
Thanks, Diane. Yeah, at Lung Cancer Foundation of America, we like to think that really every day is an opportunity to increase awareness, provide patient education, and really talk about how research provides hope. So yeah, it's almost like every day is World Lung Cancer Day at LCFA.
Absolutely. We're also joined by Kim Norris. She is the co-founder of LCFA. And Kim, give our audience an idea of what they're going to see and hear today.
I think it's going to be an amazing day. I hope you're inspired and educated about what it's like to be diagnosed with lung cancer, what it's like to be living with lung cancer and surviving lung cancer, all because of research. We're going to hear from people that have survived it, have gone through everything, and they're going to share their stories. We're going to hear from researchers to tell you about the latest and greatest. And my experience that we've had over the last 5 years is this is just an incredible day. So sit back, enjoy it, and take it all in.
We're going to hear all of this information across all of LCFA's social media channels today. Sal Ramos is LCFA Social Media Marketing and Donor Development Coordinator. Sal, you're new to us this year. Tell folks what we can expect to hear.
Well, we're taking over social media today. You can find and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. There are 2 hashtags to keep an eye out for today. It's hashtag living with lung cancer and hashtag LCF America. And visit our website, lcfamerica.org.
Remember, don't forget, lung cancer screening can save lives. So please like, comment, share, post, do all that stuff. You know, this is a great group who's working really hard to bring you the latest information in lung cancer, and we're ready for a great day.
Early detection of lung cancer allows patients to have more treatment options and a far greater chance of survival.
As a result, the 5-year survival rate for those diagnosed before the cancer has spread rises from 23 out of every 100 to 60 out of every 100.
Pretty significant. But the key here is to being tested for lung cancer early. The most accurate test for lung cancer is a low-dose CT scan. It's easy, it's painless, and takes just minutes.
LCFA co-founder David Sturges and Dr. David Carbone, a member of LCFA's Scientific Advisory Board, are here to share more.
Hello, I'm David Sturges. Thank you for joining us with Hope with Answers. I'm here with Dr. David Carbone. May I call you David?
Absolutely.
David, I'd like to talk to you today about the benefits of an early diagnosis for lung cancer. If you could walk through some of the initial steps.
Well, it's very beneficial to detect lung cancer early because that gives the patient the opportunity for complete surgical resection, which is still the best hope for a complete cure for lung cancer, or for the intense radiation called stereotactic radiation, which also can be curative. Once the cancer spreads outside the original spot in the lung, it becomes much more difficult to cure, sometimes not possible to cure. So detecting it when it's surgically removable is extremely important. And recently, the use of low-dose spiral CT scanning has been applied to detecting lung cancer early and is now approved for use in patients that have risk factors over a certain age, or particularly more smoking history and who have quit less than 15 years ago. And those people are eligible for the screening CTs.
And beside this relatively narrow group of people, is there screening available for other people? I think the group you spoke with is generally an older group, starting at the age of 50. They've smoked a certain amount of cigarettes in the past or currently. Is there any other screening that if I think I'm at risk for lung cancer that I can have done?
In that high-risk group of patients, actually about 1 or 2% of those patients will have lung cancer in their initial screen. And the chances of picking up lung cancer in serial screening is very high. But of course, many patients get lung cancer who don't fit into that narrow category of patients. One group that's very important to recognize is people who've been cured of one lung cancer should have CT screening regardless of the other risk factors. If you've been cured of one lung cancer, your risk of getting a second lung cancer is very high. The other group of patients that are concerned about developing lung cancer are those where a family member or relative has developed lung cancer. But lung cancer is so common that often the risk in relatives is not much higher than in the general population. And so right now, those patients are not approved for CT screening. Regardless, often patients will get a cardiac screen or some other scan for some other reason. And if an abnormality is found, then that needs to be followed with CT scans.
Are X-rays used at all anymore as part of the screening process and as part of the diagnostic process?
Sometimes X-rays can pick up lung nodules or lung cancers, but it's been very clearly shown that X-rays alone are not effective at improving survival in lung cancer. With an annual low-dose CT scan, the risk of dying from lung cancer is reduced by 20%, which is a huge reduction. And in fact, getting those scans reduces all mortality or death from any cause because it can detect other things as well. So in the high-risk population is particularly important, but doing chest X-rays is probably not a useful way of screening early detection of lung cancer.
And I think you would agree then that it's important for anybody that feels they might be at a risk for lung cancer, having been a smoker, having been exposed to radon or some other environmental risk, should talk with their physician on a regular basis about whether screening is something they should be considering.
Unfortunately, radon exposure is not part of the criteria right now, but that's probably responsible for more cases of lung cancer in this country than secondhand smoke, for example, which is also not a criterion for CT screening. Okay. But I think in the future, as CT scans become more sensitive and lower dose, it's certainly possible we could develop screening technologies for these categories of people as well.
Thank you very much for joining us today. This has been very helpful.
You're welcome.
And I think and hope it'll be helpful to everybody else too.
One of the things you'll see on this World Lung Cancer Day are people living with lung cancer. These are members of LCFA Speakers Bureau. They're patient advocates. They look just like you and me, except these people are battling lung cancer, a disease that kills more people than breast, prostate, and colon cancers combined. As you'll see, thanks to research advancements, they're living life to the fullest. Here's our friend Montessa Lee.
My name's Montessa Lee, and I'm in the airport today as I join you guys on World Lung Cancer Day. And what a perfect place to be as I think about the journey we've been on this road for lung cancer research and advancement in care. In 2006, I was diagnosed with small cell lung cancer, so I've had the unique opportunity to sit at the table and see how far research has come in the advancement of the oncogene groups and EGFR. And here in 2024, we just saw advancements for small cell lung cancer with the approval of tarlatamab. What a perfect place to be in the airport as we think about this journey and where's our next stop going to be. To find out more about lung cancer, go to lcfamerica.org.